are 20 people online live now with us, and we are 4 people here in situ. And yeah, the first hour we are going to go by bike and show you the site. And I would like to introduce
Wilfried.
He is the site representative from the city. And Tobias, who is behind the camera and who is your guide today.
I will be your guide. Hello.
And the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Iris. We are at the train station, as you see behind me. And before, we will start our bicycle tour from here. Go down the Annenstraße. This is from the train station directly into town. And the next stop will be at the Kunsthaus Graz. We'll have a small look around and then turn towards GRAZ and towards our site. Okay. So we at the back again you will see the train station. That's where we came from. Over here you see the entrance of the tram line, which is underground at the train station, and we follow the street down towards the Kunsthaus. In the back you already see the city center. First stop, it's basically the city center. Across the bridge, further on is the Hauptplatz, the main square of the city center. And you can look in one direction and see the Mur towards the south, and towards the north I would say so-called Mur Island from Vittor Aconci and the footbridge, and further over here is the Schlossberg. It's one of the main attractions in the city center. The Kunsthaus Graz was built by Peter Cook and was built at the time of the Kulturhauptstadt in 2003 and was a main instrument to attract the west side of Graz and the city center. We will now go back and then turn left towards Grazplatz. Over here we would go to the Landplatz. This would be this direction, and then if we go back, we go into the Griesgasse towards the Grazplatz. We are now going down the Griesgasse. It's one of the old trade and commerce streets from the city center, which basically goes directly into the Grazplatz. So this is the Grazplatz. You see, it's a long strip where at the moment is dominated by traffic, but with the implementation of the tram line, this also this square should be redesigned. So this is one connection upwards. There's a bridge over the moor again. The new tram lines, maybe, I don't know if you know, but the new tram line which will connect our site with the city center will come down here.
For the bridge last year, yeah?
No, this competition was a different bridge. Not this one. This will follow up another time. But this is where the tram will come down and then connect into this direction, which is Kalauer Straße. So in the back we see again the GRAZ. And then there are two connections coming from the city center over the moor. One is this, and this is where the tram will come down. Okay, let's go on. We will go on down the Kalauer Straße, which is already part of the strategic site. So this is the beginning of the strategic site. You see here at the back where we just came from, the GRAZ, and that's where Kalauer Straße starts. And we will just now go down Kalauer Straße until Kalauplatz. There's this police headquarters. And Eigenleben. Gut, schauen wir mal. Ja? Okay, let's go on. You see there's all these buildings which is already decided by all kinds of competitions, and is in the phase of planning and will be built within the next couple of years, and we'll fill up this street with I think up to 2,000 flats. You see this is the connection to the Augarten. So where the trees are, this is where the moor is. The moor is following us, so we're following the moor. So the tram will come all the way down the Kalauer Straße and then turn in here into the project site, which is around here. You see the Durchfahrtshaus. Here you see the mill stream, which is coming from our strategic and project site over here. We look backwards to the Kalauer Straße. You also see the church just behind us, which is opposite the project site. And now we are basically at the head of the Kalauplatz, which is just ahead of us. I would say we maybe take the Fabriksgasse rauf and then turn by City Park and then come down the Brückengasse later on, okay? So a bit different to what I just said before. Opa, Entschuldigung.
Maybe you say where which street we drive.
Yes.
So people can check on Google Maps.
Just over here you see the entrance of the Brückengasse, and in the back you see the garage of the City Park. Okay, so now we take the way right to up the Fabriksgasse, which leads us to the City Park. So. So here we see the City Park, also part of the strategic site. We will look down back to the project site, and we pass by City Park. We now lead from Fabriksgasse up to the Lazarettgürtel. This is one other corner of the strategic site. This is the Lazarettgürtel coming from the south, and we'll lead up to the tram station where we came from if we would just go straight ahead. And here you see the entrance of the city park. We will pass by. This is where we came from, and then we'll go on. So. We now are already at the end of Korngasse. We are at the other end of the strategic site. So coming from the Lazarettgürtel, we see over here the building site of the Reininghausgründe, and we go down and then turn into Brückengasse. See City Park from over here. So, okay. Okay. Reininghaus over there again. This is the school. And up here we see the Obersee Park. Didn't know there was a way through. So, and at the back you see the high building, which is the Postgebäude we saw before at the GRAZ. So we're basically at the other side of the GRAZ, where this small park. So you see the mill stream, and in the back you see the city park. This is the police station where we started from before, the beginning of Kalaustraße, back to the mill stream. And you would go this way or go back? So you see a few allotment gardens over there, and we will turn around these housing blocks, and then we start our pathway just on the other side of these allotment gardens, and that's where the Brückengasse is. Okay. Okay? So I'll turn around. These are these allotment gardens I just spoke about. See the sign Brückengasse. Okay. We see the garage again. So. We go up here. This is an old mill at the mill stream. And just over here we will be back at Kalauerstraße. So if the roofs you see at the back is Kalauerstraße. That's again the high building. Okay, turn around, go back to Brückengasse. So this is Brückengasse. This is already the site of the city park. You see, this is more or less a bicycle lane. This is the Lidl we passed before, and then we go past the parking garage, and we basically enter into the project site. So we're basically at the project site now, where we go to the bridge. So you see, this is the Kalauplatz where we stood before. You see the church looking underneath here. All our participants, the garage, shopping center.
Martin Bockmeier said that we could also go up at the...
Let's leave again. So. Ups, Entschuldigung, danke. You see the Schlossberg over there, next to the Post-Hochhaus. Hoppala, Entschuldigung. And then the project site is the Kalauer Platte at its end and the Brückengasse following it.
And this is also where the tram will go through.
Yeah, okay. So the tram, I told you before, comes down from the Kalauer Straße and enters through the project site and will pass here, past the city park, and then go to Don Bosco and Reininghaus.
And actually the garage we are standing on now will be demolished in the wake. It's not our project site, but this is one of the steps for the upcoming development area within the next. The shopping mall as well, parts of the shopping mall as well. But it's going to be a whole quarter, and with the tram going through there, with a tram stop over there. So this is more a public area here, and then that's why our site over there is quite important nodal point to basically link the existing structure which you saw on the other side with this bigger scale and also with the new development. So it's quite a difficult task in a way that you have to make the heart of something which is going to evolve, you know. But I think it's very important to set the tone for the heart correctly, that it's going to prosper, basically. And it's probably one of the first areas which are going to be built as well.
And as you saw when we were passing by, there are not many entrances to this area. You basically have to come from Lazarettgürtel or this house where you drive through. So it will be also one of the main issues will be how to open up to the cities, to the historic city, but also to the developed city, and how to connect these two areas, which are now relatively separated. So back in Brückengasse, back down on the ground floor. Hoppala. So. Okay, I want to say goodbye. I hope you don't feel sick after this roller coaster.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you for following, and
Yeah,
see you
thanks.
online in a few minutes.
Ciao.
Bye.